Guys, welcome back. So today is the 15th, but I probably won't get this uploaded tonight. So we'll say 10 days from Christmas, but main thing is we're like going into the last week before Christmas, which is the craziest week of the year for all of us groomers. So I wanted to say, as somebody that's been doing it for a little bit, tips that I have found to be helpful to make this week a little bit more bearable. Now, one good thing is a lot of us do get gifts and stuff from our clients, which is really nice. I've gotten a lot of Starbucks cards. I usually get like special tips, gotten cookies, all of those things. So that does make it a little bit better because we are all running around crazy this week. So I'm going to jump right in because I don't want this video to be very long. So the number one thing that I recommend is booking in advance. And I mean, I start in like, really, I've already booked clients for next Christmas. So I always sit down the week of Thanksgiving. I take off Thanksgiving, Black Friday, that Saturday and Sunday. And then I'm always off Monday anyway. Well, I'm off Monday, but that's when I clean my van. So, during that time, I went ahead and booked 2024 schedule. So that way, you know, my longtime clients that stick to a schedule, they get did y'all see that hair? They get priority for the best spots before Christmas. So, I definitely book them in advance. And for everybody else that doesn't pre-book, I start posting in like October to like remind people like, hey, make sure you book your appointments, right? Because the closer we get to Christmas, the harder those spots are to get. And there's always those last minute people, and they will think because they've been coming to you for 5 years that you're just going to make time appear for them. But if you are full, you are full, you know? So, I recommend posting a lot, reminding people. When I was getting down to like the last few appointments of the year, I was posting like daily, like, okay, this is what I have. This is what I have, you know, so that way, people could get in. And I was taking new clients. I still am. I think I'm going to keep taking them for a while because I can just do more dogs in a day in this van. So I just have room right now to do those extra. Goodness. Forgive me. I just got off work. So I think I'm still eating a little dog hair, you know. So yeah, book ahead. Another thing that is really, really helpful with booking is having an intake form. So ironically, I was talking to my boyfriend about this. He's a tattoo artist, and I was saying, because you get these people that just want to talk. They don't really care to actually book an appointment. So I have a process. Like, so if you message me and you say, hey, you know, I'm in Anderson, which is like the main area I cover. Stevie Nicks, where you going? And you say, I'm in Anderson. Sorry, I gotta keep an eye on her. She's not trustworthy. I'm in Anderson. I have a small dog. I'm going to immediately say, that's great. Here's my intake form. If you'll fill this out for me, I can send you a quote. So I'm directing that conversation, because if I'm just like, you know, oh, like, tell me more about your dog, we're going to have a lot of back and forths. And that's when you're going to end up in long conversations with somebody that may not even book an appointment. So he deals with that too, with being a tattoo artist. When people just want to talk, they're bored, you know, and they'll sit there and talk to you all day. So that is one thing that saves me so much time, because in times like this, you just don't have extra time to like have conversations with people about dogs that are not even going to book appointments. You know, if you want to make a little bit of extra time for your clients that are paying you, that you are there and, you know, they give you a quick update about their family, whatever, that's fine. But I'm not sitting here for hours talking to somebody that's never even going to book an appointment in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I don't know why I say that so much, by the way. I voice memo people sometimes, and I say, you know what I'm saying, so fucking much. So I'm sorry for that. I don't know. That's like stuck in my brain. So anyway, like I said, the intake form is going to avoid your last minute crazies. And by having these appointments booked in advance, it will help you to be able to see what time that you have available for yourself. Because one thing I really want to harp on is, like, this is your holiday season too. Like, it's not all about just like kill yourself to make everybody else happy. Like, you got to take time for yourself too. So having this stuff booked in advance does help you to be like, okay, well, this day I get off at this time so I can go watch Christmas lights, or if you have kids, you can go to their plays or concerts, whatever they're doing, you know, because around this time they're doing a lot of stuff like that. And that's the stuff that when you're laying on your deathbed is really important. That's something I think about all the time. Like, you know, I love my job. I think I'm fortunate to be in the career that I'm in, but that doesn't mean I want to work 24/7. I will say one thing I've been doing during the holiday that I wouldn't normally do is I've been answering messages on my day off. I still try to make sure it's at times that like I'm not actively doing other things, but during the rest of the year, I try not to even do that. Like if it's work related, I answer it during work hours. But right now, I'm working so much, and when I'm working, I'm go all day, that it's easier for me to go ahead and just message the people back as it's coming in so I don't forget about anybody. But again, I don't do that year round because I am a big believer that you need time off. So to follow up with that, another important thing that you need to do is make time for your family. So I don't have kids, but like I said, I have a boyfriend that I like to go see. I have family members. I just found out that my grandpa has dementia, and we think he might have Alzheimer's. We'll find out more later this month. But you know, this is the time to spend with them. And if you don't have family to spend with, then spend it with your friends. Spend it with people that make you happy, the people that you want to make memories with. That's so freaking important. Like I said, this is your holiday too. So you also should be making time for people that you love, the people that you want to see, the people that, you know, like I said, when you're laying on your deathbed, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm just so glad that I had those Christmases with them. Like my grandpa having Alzheimer's and dementia, like I've known for a while he's in his 80s, that, you know, the amount of Christmases we're going to have left are limited. So the last thing I want to do is work myself into the ground to the point that I don't get to enjoy these last few years with him, you know. So one thing I'm doing is I'm going to make, to decorate and make the cutout cookies on Sunday. So that's something that I'm going to be doing. You know, even my sister, she works 2 jobs. She's working at Starbucks and she also works at an O'Reilly's, and she made time to go see Christmas lights with her boyfriend. Like that's the kind of stuff, like, yes, we all have to work to make money, but like if you were just like working sun up to sundown every single day and then not having those little times, like I feel like that adds into like seasonal depression and groomer burnout, all of those things, because it's like when you're just waking up and working all day long every single day, like it just, to me, it feels like you wouldn't have anything to look forward to. So that's something I'm such a big believer in, is make time, especially for your family. Like I said, I get that not everybody has family to spend time with, but you should have people that you love around you. I think everybody needs people in their life, and make time to see those people and have fun. Do your holidays parties. That's another thing I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do a New Year's Eve party while I'm off. We're gonna make different, I guess I don't know if it counts, I guess it's a mimosa, because we want to do like pomegranate and cranberry with champagne, you know, because none of us are like true champagne drinkers, that we just want to sip on champagne. So we're gonna make fun drinks, make little decorative cocktails. I'm gonna make those like little, what do they call it, cocktail weenies, those little ones in the crock pot. We're gonna make those, probably do like a cheese tray, keep it simple but like fun, so that we can spend time together and maybe do some board games or just sit around and talk and have a good time. I think that kind of stuff is so important. And if you don't feel like throwing a party, oh my god, I'm so big on, like, if you get invited to stuff, like, go out and do it. Like, I feel like a lot of people have become homebodies, which I think there's a time and a place for, because actually the next thing on my list is to make time for yourself and to rest and recharge, and I think you need to do that too. But being around people is so important, you know, and not in like a work sense of like, I get that we have to see people all day, we gotta talk to people, whatever, but make time for the people that you enjoy being around. Go to your holiday parties, have fun, dress up, look cute, feel good about yourself. All of that is so important. It makes the holiday seasons more enjoyable. Like I said, if you're just getting up and working, running yourself into the ground every day, then it's not really fun. Like, it's gonna make you dread the holidays every year, because I know I've hit those points in the past of like being like, basically I can't enjoy this because I have to go above and beyond to make everybody else's holiday look good. You can't pour from an empty cup, okay? So like I said, next thing on this list is to make time for yourself, rest and recharge. So I had a day, I guess it would have been last Sunday, that I literally, I just laid in my bed all day. I never do that. And it was honestly really hard for me to do, but I'm so glad I did because I really needed that day to just not think, not have to do anything. I laid in my bed and I had leftover cheese tray from a different party that I had after Thanksgiving, and I sat there and ate cheese and crackers and I watched YouTube videos, and it was so nice. And then I felt a lot more refreshed going back to work on, well, Monday. I cleaned the van, and Tuesday, grooming the dogs and everything. Because when you push yourself to that limit, you're going to have a lot less patience with the dogs, and they're going to pick up on that. And if you're like, go, 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 they get like, they're like, oh, what's happening? So making that time to like chill out is important. And with that, I don't have this written down, but I wanted to add, like, take a lunch break. Like, take care of yourself. I cannot stress that enough. You need to take care of yourself. Like, that's something that I have learned is so freaking important. I used to think it was almost admirable to just bust ass all day and then eat at the end of the night and whatever. No, not these days. I will be late to a client's house before I will go without eating, because I know full well if I just take that extra minute to eat, that I'm going to be giving better energy, a better haircut, all of that to the dog, because I'm going to be in a better spirit if I'm not freaking hangry going over there. So yeah, make time to eat. Even if it's just quick. Like today, I was running behind and I ordered McDonald's, literally left a client, ordered McDonald's, basically met it at my house, grabbed it and went to the next client. And I sat there and ate it real quick while my water was heating up to make their bath, And typically, during a normal time, I would try to make an actual lunch break that I can come home and sit for a second. But, during this time of year, you don't always have that much time. But make sure you at least eat something. That's so important. We run our bodies way too hard, and stay hydrated too, of course. So yeah, that's one thing that's really important. I will stress on and on and on, is to take care of yourself, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Okay, thank you. So the next thing I have is to set up auto responses. So that would be like stuff on your voicemail, social media stuff. So like for me, for example, I am Anderson County only, small dogs under 30 pounds, those kind of things. So, go ahead and set that up. So that way when somebody messages you and they're like, so let's say they're going to message me and they're like, I live in Greenville and I have a 100-pound golden retriever, my auto response is going to be like, no, we're not doing that, right? So just save me the extra time, and that way if it takes me a second to respond to somebody like that, they already know their answer is going to be no, because I have especially noticed at this time that people are like if you don't respond within the hour, they've already called every other grooming shop they're trying to get in. There was a couple people that I had that I got back to them same day, but I can't just be standing by my phone waiting for messages to come in, messaging while I've got a dog on the table. So there was a few people that had to wait a couple hours for a response, and they went ahead and booked with somebody else. So like I said, setting up that auto response is very freaking helpful. Take a lot of time off of your shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Why do I keep saying that? When did that come into my not vernacular? My sayings? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know where that came from. I've always said that? I don't know. I get catchphrases, like a cartoon character, and apparently that's it right now. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. I'm gonna have to correct that in my brain, because I get on my own nerves hearing that so many times a day. Anyway, so the last thing I have is to be thankful. I know. It sounds like almost, what's the word I'm looking for? Not negative, but it sounds like, oh, be thankful, whatever. You know what I mean? But I guess that's close. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Those are one and the same. Okay, Janine, let's stop with that. But be thankful, whether you are a new shop and you're not as busy as you'd like to be. Just think there's somebody out there that is running themselves into the ground, wishing that maybe a dog would cancel, you know what I mean? Or vice versa. If you're somebody that is running yourself into the ground and you're like, oh my God, I'm just so overwhelmed by all the dogs, remember there's somebody out there that would be thankful to have those dogs. When we're thankful in our day-to-day lives, it makes us appreciate things. So if you ever find yourself in a negative, overwhelmed state of mind, finding things to be thankful for is really helpful. I'm thankful that I have a van that is working amazingly now, that I don't have any issues, that I can go out in the morning and everything works, everything turns on the way it should, the van runs great, all of those things. I have customers to go to, all of that. So, you know, when you get in that mode of being like, oh, why me? I hit that point a couple weeks ago that I got into why me. And when you get into that, you attract more stuff to make you feel like, why me? So I found out that my grandpa had dementia, and I was like, oh. And I was just stressed out with like work stuff, paying my bills, all those things, like just so much at once. You know, you get hit with all these different things at once, and then you start being like, oh my god, like how am I gonna pay for everything? And then some stuff going on in my personal life, and that was stressing me out. And then I was on the way to the home from the grocery store. It was the day before Thanksgiving. I was on the way home, and I got pulled over for speeding. I wasn't even going that fast, and I hit that why me. And then I just had to be like, it's really not that deep. Like, I'm thankful that I have the money to pay for the tickets. I'm thankful I found out my grandpa has dementia before everything is really bad, and that he's forgotten everything. He's having short-term memory issues, and it's still like upsetting, but like I still have time to appreciate him and to you know, hear his old stories. He can tell you stories from 40 years ago like it was yesterday, but he can't remember why he got a bowl out of the cabinet. You know what I mean? So why do I say that shit? Why do I say that so much? Oh my god. Catchphrases. Anyway, so I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful all the stuff in my personal life really wasn't even that big of a deal. I was just making it into that, you know? So being thankful, and like, you know, even writing like a gratitude list in the morning, or if you don't have time in the morning, which a lot of times I don't, like, I'll do it at work. Like, I'm like, okay, well, I'm in, like, a piss poor mood, so let me think of 10 things that I'm grateful for, you know? Like, my dogs are all in good health. As many of you know, Max was dying last year. I don't have a dying dog right now, you know? I get to just go to work and not have to worry about their health, and they're going to be here happy to see me when I get home, you know? Those things. So there's always something to be thankful for. You've got power, you've got electricity, you've got running water. You have a job. If you're watching me, most of you, I would guess almost all of you, are working as dog groomers. So, you know, there are a lot of things to be thankful for. And if you can't think of any, then think a little harder, because there really are. Even when I was in my worst of worsts, I felt like then I could almost come up with more things to be thankful for than I can now, because it's like when you're without so many things, it's like easier to see the things that you have, whereas I'm just like so freaking fortunate now, and I'm so thankful for that. But you know, sometimes I have to like think a little bit harder. But we always have things to be thankful for, and being thankful for things does bring more gratitude. Is that what I'm looking for? I don't think so. Can you tell I'm like brain dead from working all day? But having, you know, being in that state of gratefulness brings more things to be grateful to you. So be grateful no matter where you're at in life. And I know there's gonna be people, well, you know, I have all these things going wrong, but what do you have going right? You know, like I said, I like had a day that I'm like, you know, I felt like everything in the world was going wrong, but I have a boyfriend that I love, and dogs that I love and that love me. I've got a good family. I've got people around me. I've got a sister that drives me nuts, but I fucking love her stupid ass. I've got 2 sisters, but you know, things are good. You got things to be thankful for always. So anyway, I'll quit blabbing at you, because at this point it's just nonsense. Look at this little pumpkin. I don't know what it's from. I found it in my drawer. I really don't know. It looks like it used to belong to something. It's got like glue. I don't know. It'll turn up one day and I'm like, oh. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I have more ideas for videos coming, but this one came to me after work today, and I was like, let's film it right now, because if I don't, then it won't happen, and I just need to put out more videos. Like, I think I overthink it too much. Like, it's gotta be this perfect video, and it's like, no, it really doesn't. Like, y'all, by this point, you like listen to me blab. So thanks for that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you make it through this crazy Christmas season with a big smile on your face. We're all gonna make it. We got 1 week left, and it's gonna be great. So anyway, I love you guys. Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. So I'm in the South, just to blab at you for another minute. I'm in the South, and like people here get borderline offended if you don't say Merry Christmas. So I'm in this like, oh, Merry Christmas, you know, but Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. Or if you don't celebrate anything at all, I hope you have a good day or two off for Christmas and Christmas Eve. So anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.